Shalom. All praises, glory, and honors to Yahweh Ba'asham Yahushai. Ba'asham, Recha, Akodasham, double honors to the apostles and to the elders of Great Millstone, and peace and salutations to the elect. This is James 5 precept, short and spicy, and it to the point. And I'm your brother Makolat from the Great Millstone Jamaica camp with another lesson you to feed the potential elect through the spirit and power of Yahweh Ba'asham Yahushai. And I want to do another lesson on Prime Minister Holness is under pressure. I'll start off by reading Ezekiel 33 verse 1. It says, "Again the word of the Lord came unto me, saying, Son of man, speak to the sons of thy people, and say unto them, When I bring the sword upon a land, if the people of the land take a man of their coast, and set him for their watchman, if when he seeth the sword come upon the land, he blow the trumpet and warn the people, then whosoever heareth the sound of the trumpet, and take it not warning, if the sword come, and take him away, his blood shall be upon his own head. He heard the sound of the trumpet, and took not warning, his blood shall be upon him, but he that taketh warning shall deliver his soul." And at this very moment as I'm speaking, you have the men of the Lord, starting from the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone. We are the ones that are speaking about the pending destruction that's about to come upon this land. And for the most part, the majority of the people, they ain't taking heed or taking the warning that the Heavenly Father is giving forth, because we're the mouthpiece of the Most High. We're the prophets. We prophesy of these prophecies or prophetic events that is taking place at this moment. Like, for example, the microchip, which is the mark of the beast. For years we've been calling it out, man, saying that it is the mark of the beast. Right? Verse 6 it says, "But if the watchman see the sword come, and blow not the trumpet, and the people be not warned, if the sword come and take any person from among them, he is taken away in his iniquity, but his blood will I require at the watchman's hand. So, thou son of man, I have set thee a watchman unto the house of Israel. Therefore thou shalt hear the word at my mouth, and warn them from me." And the thing is, you have many prophets, man. Not only the prophets of Yahweh Ba'asham Yahushai. You have the prophets of Jesus Christ. You have the prophets of the elites. You have many prophets, mostly false prophets, because the prophets of the Lord are in few. They are few comparing to the majority, man. No. See, you have the Prime Minister Andrew Holness. He's prophesying of this digital society. He keep on prophesying. He keep on prophesying to go forward with this new system. But in his prophecies, he didn't take it in effect that the people, they're gonna come up against him, that there's gonna be a people or a set of people that is gonna be out there against him. And the proof is in the pudding. Now I'm gonna show you something, right? I'm gonna show you something, because this is a video that was shot by Lady Lewis and it is in downtown Kingston at the park, right? And I'm gonna play the video. You can hear the sentiment of the people towards the Prime Minister, man. Now look at this, yeah?
Yes, man. Maroons in the streets, people. 12 tribe of Israel. Zion never lie.
Never lion. Them sell out the people and sell out the land. I'm gonna kill off 1.5 million owner. All because of mass.
The people must talk in. The people must come out. You understand?
Illuminati ritual make una do. So
Hear that? No to Bill Gates. So yeah, the people that they are protesting. Hold on, they give me 1 second. Let me go and look for an article. 1 second. No, this is an article from Russia Today, and it says round up anti-vaxxers. It's a question. Enlist religious leaders. Bill Gates warns US needs to brainstorm ways to reduce vaccine hesitancy. Alright, and this was published on the 6th of October 2020. It says billionaire software tycoon Bill Gates has urged the US to prepare for a COVID-19 vaccine rollout by deputizing trusted community leaders to reduce vaccine hesitancy, bemoaning the rapid spread of conspiracy theories online. The Microsoft founder turned vaccine evangelist painted a mostly rosy picture of a vaccine rollout getting rich countries back to normal by the end of 2021 in an interview during the Wall Street Journal CEO Council on Tuesday. However, with less than half of Americans saying they'd get a COVID jab, even if I paid $100 for it. In a recent survey, Gates then focused his talk on enlisting the nation's trust network to overcome the skeptics. Alright, so a skeptic would be like myself, and these people on the street, we are the skeptic, the apostles and the elders and the brothers prophesying, look, don't take that shit, man. Your body has already have its own immune system. It don't need no motherfucking vaccine, man. It says, lamenting that vaccine hesitancy is in all countries and predates the pandemic, Gates suggested American health officials start thinking about which voices will help reduce the hesitancy so we can get a level of vaccination that really has a chance of stopping the virus. So they're gonna target like the musicians and the pastors, certain people with prominent positions in society, chiefly Israelites, man. To get you people to soften up to this. He says Gates provided the example of challenges the polio vaccine faced in some countries and the cunning lengths some were willing to go to get their populations jabbed. Right? See, it's in places like Nigeria, we had to go to the religious leaders, talk to them, have them speak out, vaccinate their children. So it is about understanding the trust network. Who is it that you view as an expert? Very few people can look at the formulation or data directly. So they're saying use people that they can trust. But when you go back to the scripture right here, seen in Daniel, the book of Daniel, the book of Daniel chapter 8, and this was speaking about Antiochus Epiphanes, right? It says, and through his policy also he shall cause craft to prosper in his hand, and he shall magnify himself in his art. And that's what Bill Gates is doing. And all these elites, that's what they're doing, magnifying themselves in their art, man. It says, and by peace shall destroy many. He shall also stand up against the prince of princes, but he shall be broken without hands. Now this was talking about Antiochus Epiphanes, but it's the same people, Edomites, man. And he's standing up against the prince of princes, which is the prince of princes is who? The Lord Yahushai, and wanting to inject the people of the Lord. Guess what? You're standing up against the prince of princes, man. So we can see where this is heading. Literally, we can see where this is heading, right? So let me go back to the video. See, I don't think I have to read anymore there. Let me go back to the video and then grab me another scripture, man.
Foreign aid coming, all kind of mishaviness, a vaccine never coming. Foreign aid and the vaccine, run them way, run them.
Jamaican share people.
Africa run them out and come to Jamaica arena, but them a set up camp for vaccinate the people them. We run them out.
Andrew Holness a wicked.
Andrew Holness a wicked. One of the government them a wicked, them sell we out. Them sell we out.
No testers, right? No testers.
We are the lab rats.
People
We are the lab rats.
You hear that? You the nigga, man. We ain't no lab rats, man. See, there's a resistance, man. There's gonna be a high resistance coming, and the military and the police force ain't gonna be adequate, if that's what I'm looking for, to stop this resistance that's coming. You know, because it's what, 4,000 men in the army and about 10,000 men in the police force. Yo, they're way outnumbered, man. Plus, a lot of them gonna go rogue. Trust me, man. And it's not gonna happen because we say it, but because the Lord said it. It's prophecy, man. There's nothing we can do to stop that. All we can do is just speak about it and hope and pray that the Lord deliver us out of it. It's prophecy. It has to happen. You know? The scripture say, hey, the Lord say, a sparrow don't fall from the sky except the Father sanction it. So guess what? This was sanctioned by the Father, Yahweh Basham Yahushai. So it has to get done. It will get done. And there's nothing anyone can do to stop it, man. Yeah?
We're the guinea pig. I took up your mother.
Yes, baby. No lab rat. Yeah. All of a family, no lab rat. All of a family, no injection, no lab rat. Yes, come on. These are the real people.
Ask your question, sir.
Hey, listen to this carefully, yeah? The lady saying, Andrew, I want to ask you a question, sir. How do you sleep when night come, right? Now listen.
When you find out what you're about to do to the people them who put you in, and you're supposed to be a leader. And in my research, a leader is supposed to protect the people at all costs. Sir, or you're not protecting the people. Sir, how comes you can't go sign contract and all these things? Protect out the people them, sir. They ask you how you sleep at night. Sir, the blood of Jamaica citizens up on a shoulder. I take a red. We're at King Street right now. Sir, Marcus Garvey prophecy set. A political leader. And like a rule come down the road. And sir, to all me see you a move, be careful. Because them same young citizens that we are voting in, and them same one, I'm going to get violent by you.
Our police are never try to kill.
Yeah,
Our
when
soldiers never try to
I
kill.
say the police and the soldier them we have kill off the young youth them. Wake up.
Because
Smell the coffee.
who are the first somebody never try to
Uno
kill.
are the first somebody that get you. So Uno are going dead first. Police, soldier, and nurse and doctor. And Uno first are going dead. We are joking.
Of the country.
So be careful. Not even Uno rights protected. Much less. Wake up. Andrew. He's a wicked evil man.
People.
You see that? You see that? Seeing, and a lot of people try to play it off like what's her name? Emily Shield. Try to play it off like what the lady is saying. Yo, is of no form of power or effect. But in truth and in fact, what she's saying is biblical, man. And when you go to the book, what is it? Of 2nd Ezra 15 verse 14, it reads, Woe to the world and them that dwell therein, for the sword and their destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up and fight against another, and swords in their hands. I see, it's gonna be bloody, man. It says, for there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes. So these people ain't gonna business who you, if you're a celebrity, if you're a politician, if you're a police officer, if you're a soldier, they ain't gonna business, man. Scripture says there are going to be what? Sedition among men, right? And invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor their princes, no politician, none of you. And the course of their actions shall stand in their power. And a man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able. For because of their pride the city shall be troubled, the houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid. A man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword and spoil their goods because of the lack of bread. Because there's a famine coming with all of this, man. To drive the people to their knee to accept this pandemic. You know, he says, because of the lack of bread and for great tribulation, right? And I want to read this too before I go. I want to read the book of Daniel, chapter 12, because see, people are waking up, man. See, you know, my phone barely have memory, so, and it's showing me that memory is low already. So Daniel chapter 12 verse 1, it says, and at that time shall Michael stand up, you know, the great prince which standeth up for the children of thy people. And there shall be a time of trouble, and it's coming. Very, very soon it's coming. It says, and there shall be a time of trouble, such as never was since there was a nation, even to that same time. And at that time thy people shall be delivered, every one that shall be found written in the book. So the elect, you know, the ones that hear what the Lord is saying, fear, and accept it, you know, they shall be delivered. It says, and many of them that sleep in the dust of the earth shall awake. And the dust represent confusion. You can't see people waking up, man. A whole lot of people waking up. See, the people are protesting, but they're protesting the carnal way. You know, we are protesting the spiritual way. You know, we are asking the Lord to deliver us, which, you know, the Lord tell us what to go out there and say, and we go out there to speak it. That means when He bring forth this judgment, everyone can know who did it, you know. It says, and they that be wise, Salakia, let me read it back at verse 2 again. It says, and many of them that sleep in the dust of the earth shall awake, some to everlasting life, and some to shame and everlasting contentment. See, and that's happening now. And it's even the kingdom, you're gonna have a lot of Jake will get risen. The 2/3 come back. Gonna take a long while for you to hold up your head. Like a man like Andrew Holness, you know. When you're gonna see your rulers, man, in righteousness, and you knowing that you're able to sell out your people, and the Lord is not with that, man. Verse 3 says, and they that be wise shall shine as the brightness of the firmament. That's the elect, the men that you see teaching, man. It says, and they that turn many to righteousness as the stars forever and ever. Right? But anyway, I think I want to close it off there. Shalom.